plastic sheet. But it's now Monday, got 48 hours to go, but it's been raining like this for 12 hours since last night. I've got one painting to go. There's no way I can paint in this, it will all just run off. So, just debating whether we should get out of here while we still can. Actually, it's a basic human need, I feel, to mark make, to put an image down with no technology. It's just me and the elements and making a mark, you know, just putting a mark down. And how many ways can you do that? Is it a blob or is it a line? Is it slow? Is it fast? A fairly simple language of what you would use, but how you put that together is what interests me, and doing it immediately to record an event, a day, a place. It's got white beaches, and then it's got the most glorious set of sculptural and colourful plants. So that's what makes me tick, and that's what I love about it.
Eden's painter in residence, you've got to be the best person to ask. Why did so many people vote this as their best day out, do you think?
It's a landmark building, it's iconic, it's recognised the world over. It is a unique experience as far as the environment and plants go. And just at a very simple level, it's brilliant fun to be here. And at a more in-depth level, it can teach you about the whole of the world's crops, environments, plants. And through my time here coming back, I've got to know what these plants are. Then I've got to learn what they do, what they can make for us, how important they are. So it's a lifelong learning journey for me coming back to Eden. As I get more used to my location, wonderful shapes. And that's the first impression of the place. You see the plants, and you see the light and all the veins running through the plants, and the way the light is interacting and the way the shadows are cast. And so that's the first impression, and it's all dynamic lines and blocks of colour, and so that's, from a painter, that's what I see first. And so the first paintings, that's what comes through. As you're painting, day after day after day, you see more things, butterflies, more animals, and that starts to come in. As you start sleeping at night, and it gets kind of quite, scary, I suppose in a childish sort of way, but it is quite scary, sleeping in the rainforest when you're not used to it. It starts to fill your mind with quite dark images, and that's then starts to come. You can't help it. It just, your emotions come out in your work. That's what painting is.
And live here on St Michael's Mount, we're following the progress of Cornish artist John Dyer and seeing how he's getting on with his painting, which he's doing live during the programme tonight. Lots more in a few moments. Yes, welcome back to the beautiful St Michael's Mount, shimmering in this wonderful evening sunshine. That, of course, is the view from the shore, but if you come here live onto the island now, this is the scene which Cornish artist John Dyer is painting for us. So let's get straight away in and see what he's done. And bearing in mind, take a look at that, bearing in mind John only started this at 6:28 this evening, at the very beginning of Spotlight. Beautiful boats there, the bluebells which you'll see are all around us here being picked up. It's looking fantastic already. The gardens there are absolutely beautiful. They're designed, of course, to be looked at from the top, from the house, looking down. And there's lovely plants there. There's even a garden which was very, very warm this afternoon. You wouldn't think there'd be room for a walled garden. Now, let's go back to John Dyer and his work. He's been here just a few days already, and these are some of the pieces he's already done. This one he was working on during the day, despite taking on our challenge today. Next to it, one he worked on yesterday, complete with his trademark seagulls and this time ravens as well. Back to John now for a quick chat. I'm going to let you keep going, John, but tell us what's given you inspiration for this particular picture. There's plenty here, of course.
Well, yeah, you're right. We've got the beautiful granite boulders that come out, and as they call it, it's sort of Mother Mount. The whole thing's built on a huge granite boss. So they're jutting out here. We've got the wonderful bluebells in the painting, and the evening sunlight as it's going down. It's not always in shot, but there's the glinting water, and as the evening goes on, these little sailboats come out. It's glorious.
It's looking very good indeed. Now, I'm someone that has trouble with skirtings, so how do you start a piece of work like this?
Well, I have trouble with skirtings too, but when I'm doing a painting, I work from the top of the canvas to the bottom, and I work from the background to the foreground. So the first thing I do is to lay in my sky and then the rough, bold areas of colour, okay?
I'm just coming around so that we can have a bit more of a look at this. I think you've done really well. I mean, how close are you to finishing?
Probably a little bit further off than it looks to your viewers now. Paintings actually develop fairly quickly when I'm working. When you work outside, you put the colours on and the paint goes on quickly. What takes the time is to finish it off, let the paint dry down and then drag the colours over. I
think we'll just let you relax now and finish that in your own time. I think that's a fabulous effort for the time we've given you. Thank you very much. John Dyer there. So that's it from St Michael's Mount.